Good morning, 6th grade, and Rima says good morning as well. I'm just here to give you a little bit of a heads up of what we are doing today. So, first and foremost, let me skip over here to our classes. So if you're watching this, you are either in class 106 or class 104. And that means that yesterday you did presentations in your small groups. You should have glows and grows from your presentations that you presented from the people that you presented to. What I would like you guys to do today is take those glows and grows from your Google Drive in the Shared With Me section and use it to fix up your Write Your Own experiment. I can see some people from 106 have already started turning this in, but today is your last day that you have in class to work on this. Now, that being said, some people are still waiting on results. That is completely fine. If you are one of those people that's waiting for results, you need to have this in at least by the end of the quarter. Otherwise, I can't grade it. So, just a reminder that this is a 100-point project. You need to have your name and topic on the intro slide. Your question must be testable and fact-based, and it addresses how one thing, the independent variable, affects something else. For your background research, it needs to be detailed and specific, covers topics that are closely related to the area you're researching, and you cite where you got your research from. It should not only be from Google searches or Wikipedia searches. Variables and hypothesis. You must have both your independent and dependent variable, as well as 3 constants that you're keeping the same. Your hypothesis must be written in the form of an if-then statement and includes both independent and dependent variables that are represented in your hypothesis. Your materials. You must have everything that you're using in the lab stated in the materials section, and your procedure must be detailed and show step by step how to do it. What I mean by detailed, include numbers if you have liquids or solids that you're using a certain amount of. You must have at least 5 photos from your experiment or a detailed video showing. Data analysis, you must have a data table showing all of the information that you collected, and you must talk about how you're analyzing the data and 3 things you're learning. Your conclusion is you're explaining what's happening in your experiment and what you learned. You stated if your hypothesis was accepted or rejected, and you explained other questions your lab led you to or what you plan to continue learning. Make sure your slides are easy to read and are nicely organized. And make sure you check your spelling, grammar, and punctuation. If there's any of those little red squiggles under words, you spelled it wrong. Go back and double check how to spell it. Now, some people need to go double check their grades because I've started putting in zeros for assignments that are not completed or not turned in and things like that. So please, please, please go in and check them. If you're one of the people who is not happy with how they did on their mini quiz, I sent a mini quiz makeup. You do not have to do this. It is not mandatory, but if you get a higher score on this makeup, I will put that in for your score instead of the score that you had received before. Now, some people are a little confused on how to check what their grades are. So I have over here a couple ways to do it. So first, if you're on your classes page and you see this little clipboard with a head on it, that is how you are going to be able to see what your grades are. What it'll look like is when it pops up, your overall grade will be in the corner and it will list every assignment and what you've gotten for that class. The other way to do it is to go into the classwork page and click the View Your Work tab, which again will show you all of the grades that you've gotten for all of your classes. I am through grading the constants and variables. Please go back and double check if you got any comments on the constants and variables page, because if there were a lot of people that didn't put their name on their slides, so I need to double check and see which slides you were so I can give you points for it. Okay, if anyone has any questions today, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me and ask. Have a nice day.